Man, that phone makes me want to sing.
Nova's phone.
Oh yeah, Nova's
make
phone.
You moan with Nova's phone.
Oh, we
Please,
did it better the
stop.
first time. They wanted to...
Set it on vibrate.
These are the sounds of the Too Soon podcast, if you didn't know already.
You didn't know the name of the podcast. How'd you get here?
How did you get
What's
here?
going on? Let us know in the comments up above and to the left.
Let us
And
know on
Southeast, bearing 165. I'm Trenton, by the way. The man speaking the noises is Oric.
I'm one of them.
Liam, who
The man
jibber
to your
jabbers
left.
the Limmerlammers. He's right there.
In your left ear.
The
only.
man speaking to your left.
And Trey with the sounds that make me go. Yeah, exactly. There he is.
That'll do it.
If you feed him scraps, he'll buy
Multiply.
He'll
Snapbacks.
scratch your back. I feel like this has been like the worst intro that we've ever done.
Yeah. Let's reset.
Yeah, reset it. Bring it back.
you. Bring it back. Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
So, before we continue with anything else, I got some notes from last week because I wasn't around.
You gonna review our
This
performance?
fucking guy is gonna yell at us.
Fucking
All right.
Live
performance.
on air.
On the
Too
Too Soon
fast.
pack.
It wasn't on sync.
The clap was fine, actually.
Hell yeah.
One of your claps
But,
was off pitch. Didn't sound right.
It didn't pitch. Wasn't enough.
But Hitler, that
Hey,
happened
well, we talking about Hitler.
Yeah,
a lot.
He comes up a lot.
You know, I timed it, by the way. I actually,
How
I
long
was
did
able
we
to
talk about Hitler?
about. I think if I remember correctly from when I edited last week, it was like about 12 minutes.
12 minutes of Hitler.
Man, time
time.
flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, time flies
Yeah.
when you're talking about Hitler.
I mean, not like pure Hitler, but like you were roughly around that topic for around
We
that
were
time.
we were around the areolas of Hitler.
Yeah, we were just grazing the areolas.
But no, that was
Isn't
the
it
episode I
areola?
edited too.
I don't know why I put an us. Areola us.
You put the us in areola.
All right, today's episode is called Areolas.
Yeah, areoles. Pepperoni
You know,
areoli.
Someone who was in my Twitch chat earlier, because I was streaming before we started this, they were looking over the episode titles and they're like, "Cum farts, dog cum. What are these titles?"
Look, man, I went into the fucking website, looked at which episodes are doing well, and I based my future titles off of that. People don't like long titles that are specific.
Yeah,
So
they like
I go
the ones that
broad
make
and
no
short.
sense.
Yeah, I go 2 words that don't go together.
Toilet tissue?
That
No,
goes
toilet
together.
tillue goes together very well.
Crispy
That's a
Kreme.
What are you
product.
talking about?
Do you not use toilet paper tray?
I gotta go.
Real men use wet wipes.
I use my pinky.
Yeah, I just barehanded.
360 degrees of clean.
Yeah.
But
You can't
so
get
last
that
week was
mobility
the
with paper.
no, you cannot. Just a little bit of a shampoo on the pinky finger, and you can get all kinds of places.
And sugar.
And sugar
Sugar on the pinky finger.
That way it tastes better after.
sugar on the pinky finger will make you winker.
You can't rhyme something with nothing.
Just make up words at this point.
But
You're
you
good.
can rhyme something with humping.
Not really.
Oh,
Well, I mean, if you're a shitty poet, I guess you could bend the rules of the English language a bit.
Yeah, but what
Look,
if you're a
rappers do
poet
it
and didn't
literally
know it?
every rap song,
Yeah, well, rappers are shitty poets.
There you
Not all
go.
of them. Some of
but
them
they're
are
good
poets.
rappers.
No, they're all right rappers. Pretty shitty poets.
All right, and what notes? Tell us.
Yeah. So
Grades?
notes. So editing the show though, without being on it, was interesting.
I can imagine.
My biggest,
Probably
my
not
biggest
interesting to you because you're self-centered.
yes, completely.
Mhm.
I
There you go.
I
Knew
actually I marked down every time you guys made me cry while editing.
it. How many times does that?
At least 2.5.
No, not enough.
Like one time
What's
I
a
kind of
half cry?
well, a half cry was kind of like a. And then
Internal.
but yeah, but I kind of fought it off, so I didn't count it as a full cry.
What a man.
Yeah, what a man. Count
But,
off your
Jeez.
half cries.
Also, technical issues while I was away. Liam's mic just not recording stuff.
Yeah, apparently my
that's-
mic has been dumb. I don't know why.
You could only hear him on the left side.
Yeah.
And
But that's just how it is in
Jessica
real
disappearing, like right after you
Alexa,
fuck
I'm
up.
not talking to you. Stop
also-
it!
It made me
you,
sad.
He's doing it
Like-
more and more.
I didn't even hear that time.
Well, it's quiet, but it still it'll irk me.
Did you teach Alexa how to whisper?
Alexa,
Can you whisper?
can you learn how to whisper?
Keep your voice down.
Lower your voice, you bitch.
Well, she had the long version of no.
All right,
Interesting.
what a sassy hoe. But yeah, Jessica disappeared right after the mini break you guys had.
What
Yeah, that was
break?
kinda
What are you
funny.
talking about? There was
Yeah.
no break. We didn't have to stop in the middle of it or anything.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna break the fourth wall real quick, Jessica
There's
decided.
no walls. This is audio.
Yo, fuck you.
The
Jessica
fourth
decided
decibel.
during that little break that we had, she was just like, "All right, I'm just gonna do my homework," and I was like, "All right, go for it."
Yeah, we only had a break because Liam's Audacity just decided to stop.
And no
Yeah,
work,
my Audacity
no more.
stopped for no reason. I don't know why.
So we tried to play it off like that didn't happen, but it took a while, and
I feel like it.
lost interest.
I'll give Trenton this. I can only imagine that it went really well in the editing. It just like butter.
Well, you
bada
see,
boom.
as soon as I inject all the files into the software I use to edit, and I see like a massive cutoff, and people go on longer, like, yeah, something happened. I can just see it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So,
I'm not
and
gonna call our podcast listeners dumb or anything, but they didn't notice.
But this is episode 25, and so that means I've been editing your guys' voice like waves for 25 weeks, technically a little bit longer. So
Yeah,
actually, I
technically
can
we did,
tell
like 3 podcasts that haven't been aired, right? 3 or
Yeah.
2?
Just
sort
one.
of something like that.
No, because
well,
the episode 0.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
episode
exist.
0 is just one.
You
Yeah.
don't talk about that.
And then, oh yeah, no, because you didn't cut the episode where it's called Trey's audio got fucked up.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
You
I
guys
was-
keep track of the fun
episode?
facts.
Uh-huh.
I'll just come to the show.
I'll just show up.
But I can actually tell when you guys laugh before you laugh in the waveform. Like I've learned what your guys' laughs look like.
Yo, that's fucking creepy.
Well, if you laugh uncharacteristically,
What
then
does that
no,
laugh
I
look
can't.
like?
I don't know. You
It's
tell
like a
him.
Christmas
Ups and
tree,
downs.
actually.
You're the one that can look at the waveform.
Yeah, it looks
You
like a
tell us
Christmas
what it
tree
looks
on
like.
its
What's my
side.
laugh like, smart guy?
Smart man, Mister.
It don't
cool
look like
guy.
anything. I can just tell the pattern in which you guys
Well,
laugh.
just look for a Christmas tree in the next editing, and you'll see this moment.
So what if next time you're on, we just yell the whole podcast?
Then that one will either not go up or it'll be turned down a lot.
That'll be a shitty podcast.
So, what is our overall grade for a Trenton-less podcast?
Well, besides Jessica disappearing, I'll give it a pretty good. I listened to it. I mean, I had to,
That's not a
but I
letter.
listened to it.
I listened to it.
Yes, Professor. What grade would you give me? Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I read your paper.
I mean, on average, our podcast is probably like a C student, maybe C plus.
no, we're an A++.
That episode is probably like
Maybe in Manhattanville we are.
C plus episode, probably.
All right.
I mean,
fine by me.
I've listened to every episode, so I do
Are you
know
sure
how
about
good they are.
I don't think you've listened to every episode.
Yeah, actually, I have a
I mean,
ghost
he kinda
editor
has
that
to.
I don't pay.
No.
No, I just actually have someone else edit, and I just actually don't do anything for the show. I just come
Probably
here,
Brian.
record. Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. I have roommates now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell the story of why you weren't here last week.
Yeah, I mean, you guys already said it, just not
Well, yeah,
in great detail.
But give fucking
expected.
details, damn it.
Yeah, so I moved out of the small town that me and Trey are from, and I moved to the nearest city, the nearest large city, which is known as Jacksonville. It's one of the largest cities
Hollywood.
in the state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He went to Hollywood.
Hell yeah. I'm now going to be a movie editor. And you're like, what's your skills? I edit audio shows. Sure you can edit a movie?
Yeah, I think it's
I could try.
qualified. Just hire him.
Never dealt with moving pictures, but I'll do it.
I'd never used these
I mean,
moving picture shows.
The few times I have edited video, it's usually anime fights on porn websites, but you know.
That's not even a joke. He's not joking.
yeah, he's
It's a
he's
thing
not.
he does as a hobby.
That makes him extra qualified.
I mean, it's just whenever I feel like practicing editing and I want to watch an anime fight, it's a perfect excuse.
But I want to watch anime, and I also want to practice editing.
Hey,
and
Liam, can
upload
you
animated
tell
porn.
the listeners where they can tell Trenton he's a freak? If they
You can
felt so
tweet us
inclined?
at twitter.com/toosoonpodcast.
Yeah, so make sure that he knows that he's fucking weird and that his behavior is not normal.
Comment
that
on
he
his
is not a normal
videos.
person.
Because he doesn't believe us.
I only believe God. But I don't believe in him. So you can see the conundrum.
I only believe in the God I don't believe in.
Pray to the God that I don't believe in. His name is Catholomew.
Catholomew?
Catholomew.
Okay,
so city, Jacksonville, moved there. Two friends of mine that already lived here, they were moving into a new place, so we decided just to move in together. More affordable. It's a cool place. Nice house. There's a pool. I swam in it the other day.
Wow.
No chlorine.
Oh, you have a pool now? Look who wants to copy me. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my pool. It's like my neighborhood's pool. But yeah, it's a saltwater
story.
pool, though.
Yeah, I got a bathtub.
Actually,
I got a
there's
bathtub.
two pools. I do have a bathtub and a shower, and it's like connected to my room now, so it's like very convenient.
I don't believe that.
Do you have like a little cactus plant yet?
That's a good idea.
I
Yeah,
know.
you should get a cactus.
Yeah, I don't have like much like shelving yet to put things on, but
I
that
don't know
will
if you
eventually be fixed.
know this of me, but I only have good ideas. And here's my next one. Get shelves.
Get a cactus.
Get a cactus and then get the shelves. Don't
Yep.
change the order.
Get a cactus shelf.
Actually, the first night last week,
Ow!
the night I wasn't here, I slept on an air mattress because I didn't get my new mattress yet. But now I have it. It's very nice. It's comfy. I like sleeping in it. It's bigger, too. I have a bigger bed. But the first night I slept on an air mattress, and I took those, for those of you who have seen the images of
Who have
my
air
room.
mattresses.
No, I mean, yeah. No, but
Only
there's
they'll understand.
there are two Xbox One boxes in my room because, funny enough, everybody who lives in this house has their own Xbox One. So
I don't have an Xbox One.
there's three Xbox Ones in this house, and two of the boxes for those Xbox Ones are in my room because I was using the two Xbox One boxes to prop up a TV. So I was sleeping on an air mattress watching TV that was propped up on two Xbox One boxes.
Oh,
I
look at
think
you
that's
with
like
your fancy
every I
pants.
just moved story ever.
Mr. I'm so rich I can stack boxes on boxes.
Yeah, you have like
Yes.
2 whole boxes. Some homeless people would kill you for that.
Yeah, I don't even have a box.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff that was in my old room is in this one. Though the only thing I kind of left behind that I'm going to go back for one of these days is
Your
the
grandma?
Stormtrooper. Yes.
All of my clothing.
Do you,
Just bring the smoking old lady. Just
you
put her
meet
in the
new people
corner
yet?
next to the cactus.
Do what?
did you meet any new people yet or nah?
Sort of, but haven't really. I met some
No
people
new
that my
friends.
roommates.
No new friends.
Yeah, I met one new friend already. He was just here when we were moving the sofa, and he works with my two roommates at their company.
No, he's like the janitor.
Actually, funny enough, my roommates, they work for a company called ADT, and recently one of my roommates got
name
his
drop.
mom to work as a janitor. So, yeah, so nothing wrong with that, but I mean that is something that
Yo,
they
you
hire
get
folks.
you get benefits. You're in a union. Like that's a damn good job.
Yeah, I got a friend who moved to either North or South Carolina, one of them. And
But it's a call
started
center though, so there's not even that much like filth. It's just pretty like basic,
Yeah.
like just like change.
So
I
out
it's
mean,
the
even
anywhere
oil,
better.
trash
You
people
do
cans.
are, there
nothing.
is filth. You understand
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, but
You do next to nothing. You fucking get
Shit
a
on the
pension.
floor.
Shit on the floor.
look,
Make sure
civilized
you got
workers
trash
don't
in your
shit on
room,
the
don't
floors
you?
at work. They do it at home. Okay.
Well, yeah, but if you're a janitor, you get to be there after hours. So you just
Look,
shit on the
here's
floor.
what you need to do. You need to corner the market. You shit on the floor, and then they know that they need a janitor.
Yeah.
So then that you keep your fucking job.
You're
because
creating
you clean up your
jobs.
own- You're creating jobs. All right, everyone.
or-
everyone who listens to Tupac, go out and shit on the floor. You're
We're
creating jobs.
shitting on floors.
Orc Nova 2020 going to create jobs by shitting on floors.
Hey, man, it's better than fucking coal. All right. Fucking.
I don't know. I feel like I feel
shitting
like
on the
coal
floor
and
everywhere in the world will create more than 14,000 jobs. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
6 billion people shitting on the floor. That's a lot of fucking jobs.
That's a lot of jobs right there.
There's also probably a couple civil wars somewhere.
The ozone is gonna get messed up.
The shitters versus the non-shitters. World War III.
Yeah, that's how you got to start World War III, though. Just start shitting on the floor. It's the only
Yeah.
way I'll allow World War III to
Well,
happen.
wars aren't exactly intellectual, so we might as well start that way.
Yeah, so World War III will either start by shit or by us being done with Korea, which will happen first.
You know, one of the two.
Or Korea being done with us.
What about both?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with both.
Why don't we
All
just
the-
shit on North Korea?
All the North Koreans to start shitting on the floor in protest.
Can we just get
Well,
all
they get jobs.
6
We don't
billion
get
people
any.
minus the people that live in North Korea to shit on North Korea's floors? Like, what are they going to do when 6 billion people show up?
I don't
Just
think
shit
we
on their
can
floor.
go to North Korea though.
6 billion people set out to go to North Korea? They could do it. You can make
don't
human
think so.
bridges. Die for the
don't-
cause.
I-
Drown.
Genuinely don't think that they could do it.
I think it's connected to some landmass. You can just walk it.
Yeah, but they'll
love
shoot
land.
you.
Well, but there's 6 billion
Well-
of us. They don't have that many bullets.
Well, Ark also didn't say unarmed 6 billion people. I mean, it could be any sort of 6 billion people. Some unarmed, some
Well, they're armed,
you know?
but it's with their own feces.
They're armed.
Oh, well,
with their own
look,
shit.
yeah, if 6 billion people threw feces in any direction, nothing in that direction would exist anymore. Like, think about it.
I wouldn't say they wouldn't exist anymore,
Imagine,
but I would definitely
imagine the
say
power of
they
the
would be
human
out.
race if we were a hive mind. Like, that would be insane. We could fucking do anything. but
It would
we
end
don't.
racism, too, because we'd all be the same person.
Yeah, people would
Well, I
stop
mean,
being
if you
assholes for a
absorb
little
all
bit.
the characteristics, if the hive mind absorbs all the knowledge and characteristics of each individual person,
It would,
And then-
I mean, it would like neutralize itself.
and one thing that would be different would be muscle memory, regardless of hive mind or not. So, certain athletes might be more useful for certain functions.
So here's a bad question. So
Okay.
what if this hive mind theory happens one day, right? But it's like way in the future, and this is like the Wall-E future where everybody became overweight in a spaceship.
well, then it's kind of a pointless time.
Did you
to
just
be
say
a hive mind leader.
overweights?
Have you seen the movie Wall-E?
They're floating
No,
overweight.
Did you say overweights?
Overweight.
Oh, I thought you said overweights, as in like multiple overweight. And I'm like,
I don't
what?
know, but the point is, like, imagine humanity as a collective, like sharing each other's like physical like experiences in their minds, but everybody's like just can't
Everyone's just
move.
fat.
I
So
think the
everybody just-
hive mind leader would just be depressed.
Yeah. Good old hive mind.
Would you want to be the hive mind leader?
I would definitely want to be a hive mind leader.
Would
I
there
don't
be
wanna
a leader?
within the hive mind though?
Well, right. That's what I mean. It's either you're in the hive mind or you're the leader.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be in the hive mind, but I would want to lead a hive mind.
I mean, they both definitely kind of suck because leading a hive mind,
mean-
you're alone.
a real hive mind doesn't really have a leader. Like everybody is
Everybody's
the leader.
the leader.
Yeah.
All right,
Good old hive minds.
The one that is frequently used in movies and TV shows has a leader.
Well, yeah, but then that leader is the only person within the hive mind.
Right.
It's just like that Rick and Morty episode with the hive mind lady.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she is all of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trey, I have a question for you.
Huh?
What's that game you've been playing? Which one you were mentioning earlier? Because I don't know what it is.
With that thing, do that thing you do.
Dynasty Warriors?
Or Divinity.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I just knew it started with a D. I'm dyslexic. What do you want?
Dynasty Warriors is fun.
It's no excuse, Nova. Just because you can't see doesn't mean anything.
Yep, those are the symptoms.
Yeah, or you gotta get glasses or something. You gotta do
I
something
can't
about
see
that.
and I can only hear up.
Yeah.
No, you can only hear right.
No, it's a.
No, you can
dyslexic
only
doesn't mean
be
you can be
heard
stupid.
left, but I can only
Yeah, no,
hear up.
I only speak left.
So I have to look down, and you have to be to my left.
It's a.
down and to the left.
It's a classic turn-based fantasy RPG. I'd say it.
On what system are you playing it on?
Steam.
Oh, okay.
STEM.
Yeah, and if you want, you can do like I would say it's like in a way, you know, I could be wrong, but kind of like D&D because you can have your own campaign. You can make your own campaigns,
Yo, we should all play D&D.
and you could GM in there, which is pretty cool. But I don't know how to do that stuff.
If we were to play D&D, who would be like the person that does the "I know what I'm doing" thing? Because that wouldn't be me.
You know the answer's gonna be
No, here's the thing though. The one person that knows what they're doing is going to be none of us. But the GM
Right.
is going to be Trenton.
All right.
So here's the thing, though. Me and Trey, like a year ago, we were interested in getting into Dungeons and Dragons with some people that were also interested, but we realized very quickly that actually playing real Dungeons and Dragons is a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
I feel like
can
I'd
only
rather
imagine.
just play like the source fed version.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But
even that's probably
that
a lot of work.
requires story building and arcs and shit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
real Dungeons and Dragons that actually have the full mechanics, a full rule set, everything, props, everything like that is kind of obnoxious to set up.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be part of that. I'd just show up, and if it's fun, I'll show up again. If it's not,
You know,
Like
we should-
I've been a part
somebody
of like
should
one
invent,
campaign,
like a game, like on Steam or something that it like automatically does
Tabletop
that.
Simulator.
Oh yeah, no, but it like automatically like makes
like
the
a
campaigns
randomly
and stuff.
generated campaign. Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure
there are websites
people have thought
that
of
can-
that.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
there's
because I
websites
feel
that
like
can like
that
you
would
can
work.
use to generate like frameworks for campaigns. So you could technically do that in conjunction with Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
'Cause,
you
like,
found,
that's
like,
one
a
of those-
subreddit or something. See people like.
What if you did it in a submarine?
yeah,
All right.
it's a great idea.
The water pressure would give me a headache, Nova. So it's probably not the best idea.
The water pressure is not an aspect when you're in a submarine.
It still is.
It's
Yeah.
an aspect to the submarine.
Right, but as you should know, when you go underwater, even in a vehicle or a submersible, the pressure you still feel the pressure.
Well,
Not
then
as
it would be
badly.
the pressure of the air being pressed by the metal being pressed by the water. It wouldn't be the water pressure.
It's still the water pressure pressing
not in
on the
water.
submarine that's affecting you. Right, but still, it's
But it would be the air. It would be the air pressure because you're
I'm
in
not-
air.
I don't understand any of this.
If you're in a submarine, you're not surrounded. You're not in water. You're
I
not
understand your argument.
wet.
I'm totally not following.
Oh. Okay.
I like water.
Yeah, water's fun.
you get headaches if you go too far underwater, or you die.
Well, you die if you scuba dive too fast.
And you can also die if you submarine dive too fast.
That was when you come
What
up
are you, a
too
fucking
fast.
Navy man here? You don't know all about the goddamn submarines? Tell me your submarine fact, motherfucker.
Hey guys,
go
I,
underwater?
They have propellers.
I have a fun story.
Okay.
So I was riding my skateboard from class today, and I was
And you fell, you hurt your finger, and you fainted.
Or someone offer
No.
you weed and or a blowjob.
Those are your two stories.
Those are my two stories. I do know that. That is a fact. But I was riding down a hill and I got the speed wobbles. And if you ride a skateboard, you know what I'm talking about. And I almost fucking died.
Cool.
That's it.
All right, Timmy Turner, calm down.
The
That's the end of my
wobbles.
story.
Gotta look out for
Speed
those
wobbles,
wobbles.
you speak of.
Yeah, it's when you're going too fast and you start to wobble on the board and then you fall and die.
Looks like someone's trying to play a game while we're recording.
No, that was actually an accident.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at this guy calling out everybody who's playing games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not calling out you, who's probably on PlayStation.
What are you talking about? I'm not
Just
playing
3DS.
any games right now. I
Really?
never play games.
Yeah, right.
I totally don't have my PlayStation right now.
My process of recording the podcast is pick one small item up off of my desk and just fiddle with it for an hour.
Same, but usually it's my beard.
What beard?
What the fuck?
Got his ass.
Trying to look wise to no one.
Ooh, damn.
I just it's a long beard, but it's there.
There's something.
I mean, I do fiddle with my beard, but it's,
What beard? Ooh, got his ass.
I mean, I actually have a beard now. I was surprised by the fact that I actually have a beard.
Yeah, it's all that milk.
Yeah.
did it.
No,
I don't think that has anything to do with calcium.
No. I don't think... well, let's see. Hair and nails are made by the same thing that I don't know what it is.
Yeah, fettuccine.
Yeah, fettuccine alfredo.
If you eat enough,
see
they
that
just
one.
keep growing. It don't stop.
Yeah, the more
And they don't
fettuccine
stop
you eat, the
coming.
longer your hair.
Yeah.
Stop coming.
Why do you think the Italians have such nice beards?
A
Yeah.
lot of different cultures have long beards. Think of like Norwegians.
Some of the best barbershops in the world are in Italy.
Yeah, you know that?
I actually do watch a lot of barbershop stuff on YouTube.
I used to get my hair cut by an Italian
Guys,
guy.
remember, tweet at us about how weird Trenton is.
Yeah, at Too Soon Podcast. Let
He
us
just
know.
said he goes on YouTube and watches things about barbershops.
I mean, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard, though.
I mean, it's just added to the list of weird things. It's weird. On its own, if that was your one weird thing, then actually that might be weirder. If that was your one weird thing, that'd be weird.
I give it a
just
4 out of
enjoy-
10.
Because like, there's some like really interesting things you can learn about different hairstyles. Like for men, like because I'm watching like men get haircuts. You know, like I'm seeing different.
What are you
styles,
going to do with your hair?
the technique?
I'm watching
You
men
got like
get
2-inch
haircuts.
hair. What are you going to do
Not
with
boys. I'm watching
I
men.
don't have 2-inch hair. My hair is much longer than that.
it? What are you gonna do with it? Style it. No, I've only seen you with low hair. Like, what is it? Flat hair. Low hair.
I've only seen you with low hair.
Put butter.
Low hair.
Yeah, put butter in your hair. I heard that's
Yeah,
really
hell yeah.
good for it. Gets it nice and juicy.
Well, all right. So Trent needs to style his hair, and we'll make that a section on the podcast. Is how men who are okay with taking advice from Trenton can style their hair.
Yeah.
My advice on that is just consult with like a barber or like a stylist, or just look up shit online.
Or
and see what
consult
you like
with
and
this
experiment.
guy. And by this
You
guy, I
are
mean
the
Jessica.
Oh, okay.
She's not a weirdo. She's a girl.
I don't have the best variety in that.
She's really good.
Sure about that, Liam?
Hair. What?
What's happening?
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Are we okay?
All right.
Just Liam admitted that Jess was a guy, but no problem.
No, I
thought that was a
recounted that.
fact.
I retracted that statement.
Look, we already
Thank you
know, all
very
right?
much.
You don't have to lie about it.
Oh, I wouldn't lie about it.
Look, how many
I
female
love
Jessica
me a
spell their
good
name
boy.
like she does?
Come here, little boy.
Come here, little boy.
I was
I
thinking
have
of
some
dogs.
candy for you.
Yo, you got
Well-
candy? Is it in your van?
Hey.
Okay,
it's in
so
my
before we talk
pocket.
about
Come take a
pedophiles or
look.
Hitler, I think we should take a break and come back after our break with some user submitted questions.
Holy shit! It's not even a porn bot account, or at least he hasn't said it is yet.
Yeah.
No, it's an email, not
It's
a
not
tweet.
confirmed that it's a porn bot, though. Yeah, you
Porn
can get porn
bot email.
bots. Porn bot emails?
Do those exist?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
If I ever got an email that just had like a picture of a half-naked lady that was like, "Hey, fuck me," and I'd be like,
Hey,
like,
fuck
what the
me.
fuck is that?
No, it's typically more like, "Hey, come to my campsite,"
Yeah, you
and then
want
it's just like,
you want to
Yeah.
see me get naked?
Because I don't know how I'm going to do it over email, Nova. It's a little hard.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Well, you don't stick your dick in your computer?
No, not yet.
no, I do stick my dick on my phone though when I'm trying to forward an email.
Only when you're trying to forward an email, though.
Yeah.
I never.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here temporarily. Listen
All
to
right,
the sound
we'll be-
of one of our voices for an ad, or don't. I don't know. Who knows what he's gonna do with the edit?
Back with part 2 of the show with
fucking
user submitted
User submitted
questions.
The first actual user submitted question. Enter now.
It is an email, and I'm going to pull it up right now so we can read
You
your
didn't
question.
already have it open? What a fucking shitty host.
I mean, I know what
I
the
had it.
subject matter is, but I don't really know
Probably
the
Hitler.
exact wording.
Probably how we talked about it for
I
Yeah.
12
hope it's
minutes
about
last
fighting
episode.
games.
Well, this question is actually from a new listener, also a T-Gizzle TV viewer, and I'll go ahead and read Jack's question. So this question comes from Jack.
Jack
I would-
Hi,
shit.
Jack.
Jack told me that he actually doesn't mind his last name being read in the show, but I don't know how to say it, so
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I read that before, and I was like,
Jacksepticeye?
I don't know
Actually,
how to say that.
I'm going to take a stab at it. It's Jack Darathick, because that's the way it's spelled.
Cool. Welcome
All right.
to the show, Jack D.
Jack D. Yeah, Jack D.
Jack
All right,
Dareth.
so here's his
I
email.
know
So
I'm welcoming to
two.
the show. He's not here.
No,
I
he's
don't
here.
know. He's here in spirit.
All right.
All right, so to the Too Soon crew. Can you please talk about which type of fighting games are better, platform fighters or original 2D fighters? Which one has more creative aspects? Which one is more interesting to watch at high school level? And which one is overall the most unique and separate? Examples of platform fighters, he mentions Brawlhalla, which you guys are familiar with, Rivals
Hey.
of Aether, which me and Trey are familiar with, and Super... It's abbreviated SSF2, which is like Super Smash. Hang on, let me look it up really quick. SSF2.
What a
I've heard it
terrible
before.
host.
Super Smash Flash 2. It's the browser Smash game that has like Naruto, Luffy, Goku, and a bunch of other weird characters in it. So basically, it's like Smash Brothers, but in your browser, and it has a bigger roster than normal Smash. And then his example.
Okay.
And then the example of 2D fighters he gives are some classical ones like Street Fighter. I actually don't know the GGX D-Rev 2. Do you know that one, Trey?
Guilty Gear.
Is that Guilty Gear? Okay,
Yeah.
Guilty Gear and Injustice 2. So
Yeah,
he just
I'm
wants
not-
to know which one we like better, I suppose. That's
The
basically
only
what
one
he's asking.
I'm really familiar with from playing like a gameplay perspective is Brawlhalla, and
Yeah, I'm not
because it was just a free to play
100% with fighting games. But I do
Brawlhalla's
know
great
some of
for
them.
like it's a great party game when you have multiple controllers. That's what it is for me, anyways. But I'm really not the person to talk about fighting games. I like shooting. I like first person shooters.
I enjoy a good fighting game, but I am
Injustice.
I fucking love Injustice. But I've been trained. I grew up. I played Mortal Kombat. Like I played just about all of them. I like Injustice. Mortal Kombat's my main niche.
Well,
so I'm not really.
Back when I still hung out at the school when we didn't need to, we would go to the gaming center, and this one time we played Injustice with
a couple of friends
and a friend of ours. And Liam, I think, went on like a 17 game.
Yeah, I think I went
spree
20 something maybe, but it was like it was way too many.
I stopped giving a shit and just
see,
whatever.
there was a point where I just found a cheese player and just used a cheese move the entire time. But back to the question, so
people.
like, oh yeah, no, I'm 100% one of those people.
Wasn't it Green Arrow? Didn't
No,
you
it was
just, like,
Aquaman.
Oh yeah!
I just kept sweeping
This was a while
legs.
ago. That was freshman year, right?
Yeah, but back to
his
the question.
His 2 points in the question, though, his two main ones are which one do we just kind of prefer, and also which one do we think is more interesting at a high school level. Also, on a side note, though, I wanted to mention that Trey here is probably have the most variety with fighting games out of all of us, though. So he probably has like a more interesting perspective than us because he's played a wider variety of fighting games.
Well, before Trey goes, just because I want to get this out of the way for me, personally, I enjoy a good classic 2D fighter, even the fancy 3D ones, and to watch like Injustice or Mortal Kombat at like the national level, like that shit's fucking crazy to watch. Like it's so enjoyable to watch because it looks like they don't know what they're doing, but every move is so perfectly timed, and it's just like I love that shit. It's my life. But yeah, that's just me. It's fun to watch. I was watching Injustice 2 stuff.
Almighty person who knows about this topic.
Yeah, fighting game boy.
Huh?
Dance monkey.
I wasn't listening.
Well,
Were you really not?
right now?
I don't know.
Here, let's start with this. Which one do you like better? Do you like platform fighters or do you like traditional fighters?
That's what I'm thinking. Honestly, though, I feel like they're kind of the same. It's just that.
I feel like platform fighters, you have more that you need to like watch over. You know what I mean? There's more players.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, if we're talking about platforms as far as just like higher ground, lower ground, and stuff like that, then
Wait, what did you just call him?
Viewer of my stream, I was going to say. This viewer of my stream / new listener to the show specifically is competitive in the Super. What was it called again? It was he's competitive in Super Smash Flash 2. So he's kind of thinking of this kind of as like a person who takes fighting games on a somewhat competitive level. So typically 1-on-1s, by the way.
It's pretty cool.
Well, from an outsider looking in, which I feel like I say a lot on this show, it would be cooler to watch a realistic-looking game, like just, so I guess regular fighter kind of game, 1-on-1 sort of thing. That'd probably be cooler to watch. But for understanding, it's definitely easier to understand what the fuck is happening with a, what is it called? The other one, the Brawlhalla of the two.
Platform fighter.
Sure.
So I have a pretty interesting perspective because the only fighting games I've kind of really put any time to are the platform ones, being like I've played a good bit of Brawl, a lot of Smash 4 for Wii U on like friends' Wii U's and stuff back when I was in school. And I played a lot of Rivals of Aether too, which is a platform fighter. Technically it's Ether, but I don't like saying Ether. And I played a little Brawlhalla with you guys. So actually playing and enjoying the game, I find the platform fighters kind of more fun to play for me because they're easier to pick up because they're not combo heavy. They don't require massive amounts of like combo knowledge in order to be successful.
I can't do is memorize movesets. I just
now there are combos, but they're more about kind of matching directions and kind of timing different sets of directional move sets together more so than actually memorizing long sets of
and it's more of a
combinations.
You get more visual feedback if you're doing it correctly or not, because it either works or it doesn't.
But with the 2D fighters, for me though, I actually enjoy watching 2D fighters, especially Street Fighter like gameplay. I enjoy watching it more than watching Smash and things similar to it, but I enjoy playing Smash more and things similar to it.
Smash is a
my
lot of
take on
fun
it.
to play. I forgot that Smash would be in that category just because he
Smash
didn't
Mouth
mention
is
it.
The best band ever.
Yo, hey now.
I mean, Smash is the one that inspired that category pretty much.
Yeah, no.
But
I didn't think about it.
But it's interesting though, because like at one of my last jobs, there was this guy who was really into Street Fighter, who I was like I would talk to with at work, and he showed me a lot of interesting stuff about the Street Fighter esports scene, like going decades back. Because out of all the games that have had esports to a somewhat popular degree, fighting games have always been kind of consistent, even before gaming was mainstream. So with fighting game as a esport and a spectator thing, fighting games have the longest history.
Yeah, I feel like
By far.
fighting, because with fighting games, it doesn't just date back to like, oh yeah, like this. It's like arcades. People were sitting in an arcade watching somebody just destroy
Whip some
everyone.
ass, yeah.
Yeah,
But there's some like legendary ass moments, especially, and I'm referring specifically to Street Fighters, like esports scene, because like that's what I know a little bit about. With like, there's like some legendary fighters who have been playing every Street Fighter game since like 2 was popular, like mainstream and popular, that are still playing the game today because the games are so similar enough throughout the iterations that they can kind of transfer to the next game,
Yeah.
to the next Street Fighter. And there's just so much interesting stuff with just the legacy of the players and stuff in those communities, and that's really interesting. And also, just once you learn a little bit about like the 2D fighter that you're watching, just a little bit, not to the point where you can actually play it, but just understand like kind of what's going on, it becomes so whoa.
Jesus Christ.
That scared the shit out of me. I just opened up my phone and it just didn't.
mid question heart attack right there.
Yeah, no.
Carry on. My heart's beating.
Carry on now.
I wanted to
But-
make sure that my phone was on silent, oddly enough, and then that happened.
Well, great job, proud of you.
Good job. You did good.
But what I was saying, just like once I understood a little bit more about Street Fighter, just history and a little bit about the game, watching it kind of just became way more interesting. Though, so I will say, yes, but that's my kind of my final answer on it. Is just that 2D fighters I think are more fun to watch, but platform fighters are kind of just the easier one to get into. But both basically equally as competitive, because competitive Smash, Jesus Christ, don't fuck with those guys.
I
Go
can
watch
imagine.
You could fuck with them
Yeah.
in real life, though. They probably won't
Yeah,
be able to
they're
fight
nerds.
Actually-
Got his ass.
A lot of a lot of Smash players are like actually like buff dudes. I would say more so than other fighting. More so than other esports. Guys who play fighting games a lot of times are actually pretty well in shape.
Yeah,
Like,
because
on
they use
average.
They
those
don't look like
fucking.
the characters that they're playing as, I guess.
They use those.
Well, that could be any video game.
From what I've seen.
I can't pitch in yes or no because I have no fucking clue. If you're buff,
Well-
congratulations. If you're not, I don't care.
But also related though, if anybody's interested in ever looking at like competitive fighting games on a very easy to watch level, just whenever you see Evo on Twitch, that's like the biggest fighting game tournament there is, and it has basically all the mainstream fighting games, including Smash, Street Fighter, etc. So if you just want to see what the hell we're talking about or what Jack is into when it comes to fighting games, Evo. That's like the thing on Twitch that will have fighting games. Boom.
There you go.
Boom.
Bada bing,
Any other
bada
things,
boom.
any other things people want to add about fighting games on here?
I mean, I don't really know much about fighting
as
games.
I
I don't know
was
shit.
gonna say in the beginning, I think that I'm not a huge fan of the platforming games. It's just because there's a lot of things that can lead to you to losing, as like falling off the environment or just other stuff that's really dumb in my opinion.
Yeah,
like
that
with
is pretty
Smash
big.
Bros. How the
So you don't like the extra stuff like being
Not
knocked off
entirely,
stage or the shields and stuff.
no, I'm not a huge
Yeah,
fan
I
of
like
it.
the idea of what's it called, like
Just
actual.
duking it out.
Yeah, like a health bar. I like that.
Yeah,
I like guns.
I prefer.
Yeah, Orc likes
Not in real
guns.
life.
Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Orc likes guns.
I like virtual guns.
Yeah, Orcs like shooting people.
Virtually.
And sometimes jumping while shooting.
Clarify that.
To clarify, I don't like really shooting people.
Yes, this isn't a great time to live in our country and like shooting people.
God damn it! Why'd you mention it? We were not gonna mention it.
I didn't.
Well, I feel like it's kind of our job considering we're titled too soon. Hey,
Goddamn
we're
right.
not in Vegas. There we go. I get it.
Hey, we're not in Vegas. We don't listen to country music. Yeah, but that happened. It was bad. People just gotta stop shooting each other. That's all we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Just one person.
Well, people have been shooting each other for a
lot
while
of people
now.
are
So
shooting each
No,
other.
just that happened.
This is the only person that shot
one guy
anybody
ever,
Yes.
one guy got shot once, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Never again.
Once upon a time, somebody got shot.
Never again.
He used a slingshot? Come on, man.
Yeah, David and
You guys
Goliath.
have slingshots when you were kids?
I did.
No.
I had like a fucking collection.
Of course, you had a collection.
Basically, my mom or my grandma, when going to Wyoming, would find one in a store, buy it. It would inevitably break before the next year of going there, so we would get it again. So I
So we'd
basically
get a new
had
one.
one a year
That's pretty dumb.
for like 3 or 4 years.
Just get a metal one.
Well, it wasn't. It was metal. The handle was plastic. What broke was the elastic part.
Yeah, that's what broke on mine.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that has ever broken on a slingshot ever. If you break your slingshot in some other way, I don't know what the fuck you did.
Who are you? Fucking Hulk
Well-
or something?
Let's slingshot into the music.
Wow. Are we going into music already?
Transition. Well, I'm just reading the producer notes.
I mean, we could talk about some other things for a few minutes before we go straight into music.
Yeah, I feel like
we
this
wanted
would
to.
be a short episode if we went straight into music.
Well, if you would read, I'm asking. I gotta go somewhere in a few minutes, so
Oh,
we
you
wrap up
gotta
just a
leave?
few minutes
Oh,
early.
okay. If you gotta leave, yeah.
Not
fuck
like
it.
immediately, but in the next few minutes or so. So, the show would be like about 10 minutes shorter, so not even that big a difference.
All right.
So my transition was perfect.
But we can take this music section though to talk about music a little bit if we want to as well, besides just recommending.
All right, Mumford
fuck
and
are we
Sons
now?
is boring.
I
Music
honestly
is boring.
don't listen to enough Mumford and Sons to actually have a genuine opinion.
I don't know. I just
There's
feel
a
like
fun
all their
fact.
songs sound the same. The reason
I'm
we're
not
talking
saying-
about Mumford and Sons is because Trenton has already wrote down the song he is going to recommend, and I criticized it just based off of who sang it.
Right. Well,
I don't hate their
typically,
music; it's just boring.
typically the way I do the song request is like if I've listened to the album that the track is on recently, or like it came up in like one of my playlists recently, then I'll recommend it. It's kind of how I do it. It's not necessarily because I want people to listen to it right then and there, but it's just something that I kind of liked in passing, I suppose, if that makes sense.
I feel like
suppose.
Mumford and Sons is one of those bands where it's like they're good in passing, but as soon as you listen to a whole album, you're just tired.
I mean,
'Cause
I
I
haven't
don't
listened
think I've
to
ever sat
more
through
than
an
like
entire
3
album.
Mumford and Sons songs.
But do they sound at all different?
I couldn't differentiate a Mumford and Sons song from any other song.
Yeah.
Like any other song of like the indie
Well,
I mean,
proprietor.
They have a very recognizable sound, I'd say, but their
They do.
recognizable sound
Is
does
lazy.
not allow them much freedom.
Their recognizable
with their own
sound
music.
makes you recognize their songs from their own songs.
There are other
the
similar
same
bands. I mean, I have bands that are very similar to them that I like more because they do more a better variety of things. But I still like some Mumford and Sons tracks. So
I've never
The
listened
only
to them
song-
before.
The only song of theirs that I have on my playlist anymore, I used to have a few, but I just got sick of it, is a cover of a Bob Dylan song.
Oh, Bobby.
And actually, wait, no, Paul Simon. Sorry, not
Like
Bob Dylan.
Simon and Garfunkel? Simon?
Yeah.
Or Simon and Schuster, Simon?
I don't. Well, just Simon. Simon says Simon.
You like that book joke right there?
I didn't get it because I'm dyslexic.
Simon and Schuster is a publishing house or something. I don't know.
actually, I did not
If
know
it's
that.
not an audiobook, I don't know jack shit
you like
about it.
audiobooks? Check out audibletrial.com/too-soon. Get a free audiobook and a 30-day
You've heard
trial.
my ad. You'll know why I don't know books.
I like a book.
I like
I love lamp. You can't love lamp brick.
I love.
So
Alright,
Trey,
well,
have
let's
you
do
been listening to
recommendations.
any music stuff though outside of hip hop lately? Out of curiosity, because most of the time you are listening to hip hop stuff, not because that's all he listens to. He's listened to other stuff. But I'm just curious, like, is there any new stuff that's not hip hop that you've listened to lately that you want to share? Any weeb shit?
I feel like you're the only weeb here.
Any songs? Any Italian songs from the 1930s?
No.
It's Amore?
Sorry,
Yeah,
is it my
I think
realm?
that's just
Okay.
Oric.
Not really. Actually,
Or any OSTs or anything
There
you
is
like?
one song that I've been listening to, and it's a song from an arcade machine, a racing arcade machine.
Pretty fancy.
What the fuck? All right,
Like
I like
a
where this is
Daytona racing arcade machine.
going. Okay.
And the reason I've been listening to it is because I remember it when I was like really young, just always hearing it.
All right,
That's, like,
I get
arcade
that.
machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few just what I would consider now to be like to shitty songs on my playlist that I still love just because
Yeah, they should remind you of
mean my
the good old
childhood.
days.
It's just the soundtrack
the
of
name of it?
the 90s and early 2000s.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Like the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. Yu-Gi-Oh, Gi-Oh.
It's called "Let's Go Away."
Let's go away.
Let's go away. Let's go away with me.
Daytona USA ARC Music. Let's go away.
Well, I don't know if it'll be on Spotify, but if it is,
Yeah. Let me see.
write that shit down.
And
I
apparently
already
it's
forgot
from Dinosaur Canyon Advanced Course. That's a level you can hit.
That's the level.
What the fuck? All right.
See, Let's Go Away, video game, Daytona USA Anniversary Box, Disc 1, Track 8. Composer, lyrics.
But
and
is it on
vocal,
Spotify?
Takinobu Mitsuyoshi. All rights are to Sega.
Good old Sega.
Good job, Sega.
Sega.
You got good music.
Here,
I
I'll
don't
link
think anyone
it.
has ever said that.
I don't know if it's on Spotify though, but
Well, just write it down and I'll look for it. If it's not on Spotify, we'll find a link and put it in the link dump. Oh, you found it. Okay, that is the link. Well, all right. So it'll be in the link dump, if not in the Spotify playlist.
There you go.
that's
Too
my
soon
sound.
playlist.
You know, this is
Spotify.
music related, and I forgot to mention it earlier when I was talking about my move, but there's an ice cream truck that drives around my neighborhood every once in a while now, and I hear the song, and I get like
I get
the shivers.
childishly excited.
I used to run
Yeah.
after the ice cream truck when I
I
was
didn't
a
run
kid.
when I was a kid.
I used to go to. There was some lady that would ring a bell around my neighborhood, and I used to get boiled peanuts from her.
We have a very famous or maybe infamous ice cream lady in Pelham. Her name is Nancy, and she's looked the same for the past 400 years, I could only presume.
All 400 of them.
She's the woman that decides your kid is going to learn how to say please and thank you right fucking now.
Well, here's the
and
thing.
you will, and you do.
Here's the thing.
Because she's
You should
scary.
fucking say please and thank you. Like, let's be real.
I don't like it when other people decide that for you.
I mean, you should make that
it's-
decision.
It's like the word sorry to me.
Well,
the word
she can
sorry.
decide to sell you something. or
yeah,
not.
it's her right.
You guys, have you ever been told, "Hey, apologize, say you're sorry"? What
Yeah.
if you're not fucking
If you're
sorry?
not sorry, fuck them.
There's so many times where I fucking didn't do anything wrong and was told to say I'm sorry. And even if I did do something wrong, I didn't feel sorry, so fuck off.
So fuck
I don't
you.
want some other person's mom to tell me I need to say sorry now. Fuck off.
Fuck
You're not my
you, you're not
parent.
my
I don't
mom.
respect you.
Just imagine
That's
a
my
young
rant.
Warwick telling
But I
somebody
think
to
it's the
fuck
same
off.
thing for
Recommendation,
please and thank you. If you're not thankful, don't say thank you. I fucking paid for it. I don't have to be
I don't have
thankful.
to thank you.
say thank you. Here's fucking $3 for a piece of ice that I put in my face.
It's actually just frozen milk, not a piece of ice.
Well, unless
it's
you get
cream.
the ice.
On
that
a
has
side
the
note, though,
sugar
I
on it.
do say thank you way more than I say please. I just realized.
Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah,
say
I
please
say
very
thank you more often than I say please.
But did everybody get their
I'm ready to
recommendations
go.
in though?
We didn't even really
Yeah.
start. You didn't even get your recommendation in, really. We just said that your recommendation was Mumford and Sons. The whole
The
band.
entire discography.
Monster, Mumford and Sons.
All right,
It's
here's
track.
this monster. Mine is gonna be Isabella by Jimi Hendrix.
Mine is what's it? Gang's All Here by the Dropkick Murphys.
And for your
Mine's
final song
Let's
of
Go
the
Away.
week- Oh, okay, yeah, okay. You know what? Let's real quick see if it's on Spotify.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, I will say though, I like some Mumford and Sons tracks, but one thing I do not like about them, I just remembered, they get way too Christian sometimes for me. For me.
The only thing I see on Spotify is "Let's Go Away for a
Ooh.
While."
That's too long.
So, and you could get that digital remastered, or the mono 2012 remastered, or the mono, or
No,
the
I love
stereo.
I'll take them all.
I'll take one mono, please. Yeah, so it's not there. Oh, that's the Beach Boys. Let's Go Away for a While is the Beach Boys. You know what? I'm putting that in. I don't even know what the song doesn't come to mind, but that'll be in the Too Soon playlist. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
All right. Well, if it was Christmas time, I'd be wrapping stuff up right now, which it is. So if you want to hit us up at Twitter. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Hit us up on Twitter at Too Soon Podcast, Facebook.com/Too Soon Podcast, YouTube at Too Soon Podcast. Download us on iTunes, Google Play, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn, everywhere you want to get podcasts. We're there. If you want to email us, just like our good friend did, any questions, fucking hit us up at the Too Soon Crew at gmail.com. And then if you want to check out our Discord, maybe play games with us every once in a while, discord.me/Too Soon Podcast. And then if you want to hear the gorgeous music that we suggest every week, hit up the Too Soon playlist on Spotify. And then also, I don't know if Trent's going to put him in here, but check out Mallow. He does some pretty good music. Tasty Melons. He's in the description too.
On
I just
SoundCloud.
remembered something.
What'd you remember, Trey?
Some people called my mom saying that they filed a complaint against me and that they're gonna call the authorities.
What?
What
But
does
it
that
was
mean?
actually some scammers.
They filed a complaint against you as a person? What does that mean?
No, they just filed a complaint. There wasn't much info. They're just like,
Like
yeah.
at your job or on the street? What does that mean?
I said they called my mom.
Yeah, I understand that.
We
What-
get it.
how-
You called your
Well, if you
mom.
let me finish and stop interrupting, I can tell the whole story.
All right, go ahead.
They called my mom saying that they filed some complaint against me, and then when they say my name, it's like a very crude recording. It's hard to tell out. It's like, yeah, we filed a complaint against. I'm like,
That sounds like the guy at the DMV calling my name.
and
No,
they're
it
like,
doesn't
yeah, call this number, and if not, we'll take further steps and contact the authorities. Which I'm like, yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
scammy as
that
fuck.
is. See, at first it sounded like you got a complaint filed against you
Yeah.
at work.
No, what?
And-
I didn't like the way he served my food.
He spit in my food or something.
Sorry, you ate it. Go somewhere
Fuck
else.
you.
Well, you were mistaken for a guy that's supposed to be in jail, so they could have been filing
Yeah,
a complaint
against jail
saying
guy.
that, hey,
He's
he
supposed to be
escaped.
in jail,
He's
I'm
supposed to
telling
be
you.
in jail.
What if he just walked up and handcuffed me?
Citizens arrest! Citizens
All right,
arrest!
boy, you're going
You're
back.
going back to the clink.
All right.
But I
Well-
never went.
This is a very long tangent up to the close.
Let's
well-
make it longer. No, let's get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening this week to episode 25 of Too Soon Podcast. We'll see you guys next Saturday.
I don't have my music yet. Hey, look at that. Listen to that. Oh, it's good sounds.
Goodbye, little boy.
That's that good sound brought to you by Nova's phone.
Nova's phone been making sounds for 25 episodes.
Gonna make you moan.
Moan. Nova's phone.
Can we just start the podcast from there? Here, clap. There we go.